In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to auto rebirth farm in any of these maps. I recommend using Volcano because it is the best to grind in. If you don't have, this only works really if you have over 255 rebirths or 270 rebirths. I kind of forgot what the maximum was to get into Volcano. It's the most efficient if you're working here. You really can use it in any other map, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, before we start, I just want to say, according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of you guys have subscribed, so please consider subscribing. If you're not subscribed, it would really help me out. Anyway, I guess let's get into the video. First, let me explain what we're going to be using today. We're going to be using a task, little client, program called Tinytask. Probably heard of it before, just that maybe you don't know how to do it and you're trying to look for a tutorial on how to do it. So anyway, here's the tutorial that I was going to post earlier today, but I just gave up. Okay, so first what you want to do is you're going to head over to shop in any place, doesn't really matter, and you go to tools. First, what you need to do to use the auto rebirth farm is to get a Game Pass tool. Let me explain first why. The reason why you need a Game Pass tool is because every time you rebirth, you'll be let off with like a bucket. You'll be given the bucket. Actually, yeah, let me try it out, watch what happens when I do this. So I'm gonna buy that, and let's pretend we're grinding with a shovel or something, and we rebirth. I rebirth, right? You see, I had the bucket in my hand. Now, actually, I'm gonna need to grind for a bit, but I'll do that later. But it's different with this. When you have the Sith and you rebirth, instead of giving you the bucket after you rebirth, it keeps with the Sith because it's a Game Pass. That's why you need one of the Game Passes tools. It works with all these, the lightning bolt and black hole and Sith. So let's talk about black hole, lightning bolt, and Sith. Yeah, let's talk about each one. First one we have over here is the where did it go? Did I pass it? Oh no, lightning bolt. 500 Robux. I think this is good if you don't want to spend too much Robux on like playing on like a game that you maybe don't play too often, or like you want to save up for something bigger and it's not, maybe you think it's not worth it to spend too much Robux. This is good. It has decent stats, not really that good if you want to rebirth grind. And same with this right here. Next, what we have is the black hole. Where'd it go? Oh, I passed it. There it is. The black hole. Black hole. This costs 1,299 Robux. I believe it's part of this pack right here, the Elite pack. I think this pack is also really worth it because it gives you basically the horse and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I recommend getting the black hole if you don't want to spend too much Robux. Oh my god, where did it go? The stats, like I said before, are pretty good. 5,000 strength and 0.15 speed. That's really all there is of like the speed until the last one, which is the Sith, which I'll talk about in a second. But anyway, yeah, this is a really good starting like midway thing. If you're willing to like spend a couple hundred, like 1,000 Robux or something, if you like, yeah, just like to play the game, you're not saving up for anything like too big. Alright, let's get into the next one. Last one is the Sith. The Sith costs 3,000 Robux, a lot more expensive than the black hole and lightning bolt. It does have a lot of good stats though. Has 10,000 strength, 0.125 second speed, which kind of depends on your ping if you want to do it. Please let me just turn this off. It depends on your ping, if how fast you go, because like, you know, ping is everything nowadays. But this is good if you want to like actually be into the game and you want to like actually rebirth grind. Alright, now we got that over with. Let's go to, oh look at my hands, I'm not even holding anything. Let's go to the next thing, which is Game Passes. You need auto sell. This isn't mandatory, but I highly recommend getting this because it'll give you more rebirths. Like if you want to be on this leaderboard right here, most rebirths leaderboard, I used the auto rebirth thing, not the auto rebirth. I used the auto sell thing, and look where it got me, 79th place, and I'm working my way up to like maybe 30th by the end of the month, hopefully. Probably not though. And I'm also on this leaderboard too. Usually I'm like third, second, or first, like somewhere around here. But today my macro broke, and I'll tell you how to fix that after. But so if you don't want to auto sell, you can just do this. You go to sell. You have to like keep going, like you have to like do the thing, rebirth and stuff, and keep clicking sell, and like digging this way. It's really confusing, and I don't really know how to do it, but I'll figure it out and make another video guide on for you guys in case you want to like figure it, in case you guys want to do that instead. But now that we got all that done, let's get into the actual program. So we're going to be downloading today. It's a link called Tinytask. It's completely safe. I downloaded it. I'm like really scared of viruses too. I hope it's just not me, guys. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's go to the website. What you want to do is pull up your browser. Doesn't matter which one it is. All the same. So I got Google open here. Search up Tinytask, no space. Should be the first link, thetinytask.com. If you see this, you're all set. You don't really need to do anything after that. I'll explain the next step. But if you like go to Tinytask, you search up Tinytask, and like you go to like the 15th link down here, right here, like this, something looks already suspicious. I think it's just like, look right here. This looks suspicious. It's not the real life. It's not the real one, and you could probably get a virus. There's a chance from getting a virus here. Obviously, use a Windows Defender thing or like any virus protecting things. This completely safe. Trust me. Next thing we're gonna do is go to download and get the most recent version. For now, it's Tinytask 1.77. I already have it installed, so I don't have to download it. It could be maybe like 1.82 by the time like this video releases. Don't really know. Have to figure it out eventually. You'll have to figure it out eventually. It should be the same layout. If it's not, I'll make an update video or something. But click download. It might give you like a pop-up saying like it's a virus, which it didn't for me, meaning it's not a virus because I haven't downloaded it. Or it could give you like a pop-up like for like something wizard. I don't even know what it's called anymore. So just be careful though when you're downloading things like this. But this one's completely safe. So when you have it open, just pull it open. Let's open back Roblox. Alright, so we have Roblox back open. What we want to do is open the Tinytask up by pulling it. Let me get it really quick. There's right here. This is what it should look like. Ooh. Right here, as you can see, it's actually wait. This is kind of confusing. I'm kind of messing myself up. Anyway, the Tinytask right here is very helpful, and it will be the most useful thing you'll use. I don't know if you can see my mouse right now. I'll have to see in the end. But what you want to do, you have to change your Roblox and put it to the side. Let me actually change the perspective of this. Guys, just give me a second. Display capture. There we go. Alright, so now we have this open. You should be able to see my display. If not, it's fine. So what we want to do, close everything out just to make things better. Oops. Okay. So you can X out your Roblox, not exit out, I mean. Drag your Roblox to the corner over here. Pull it down, just like this. And pull it to the side. Now open up your Tinytask and pull your Tinytask right over here into the corner. And your Roblox all the way to the edge. So it's like kind of like this, as you can see. Let me just minimize that. There we go. So now your Tinytask should be in the corner and Roblox should be right next to it. Next up is the most hard step of the game. So what you want to do, stand right here in this corner, open up your tool, and you could either face this way, going into the dig site like this, or you could face going this way using S key instead. So what do you want to do? Let me just basically explain it. When you rebirth, when you click the record button, what you want to do is you're going to click S, like this, barely touching it. This is the first way, guys, so if this doesn't work, I'll explain the next way after it. Just keep doing this until you get to the dig site, and I'll explain what happens next. Come on. Alright, now that we're in the dig site, go over to rebirth, click rebirth, and click stop. I obviously didn't record that because I already have something recorded. Now the second way of doing this is to do this instead. Go right here, click record. I'm not going to click it. Make sure your tool is equipped before. If you cannot, click record and then click your tool, because then it will turn it off every single time you do it. Then you click S once, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rebirth. And then click record again, which is like the stop button. Once you're done with that, you're gonna go over to prefs right here. I think you can see it, and change the custom speed. Click on custom speed. What the heck? There we go. Set custom speed. I recommend setting it to 85 first. Only 80. The reason I'm not saying 100, and I'll explain in a second, is because if you have a slow computer and you're trying to do this like auto rebirth at like when you're like sleeping or something, and you don't want to like use a good computer like damage your stuff. If your computer's slow, you will, when you're clicking the button, your computer will think you're going like this, like you're like dragging it, and you'll get across the dig sites before it regenerates. Because the whole point of doing this is to go slowly before the dig site regenerates. Because you spawn right here every single time the dig site regenerates. That's why I'm saying you need to stay right here. Click S very slowly. Put small gaps, big gaps in between. And then once you reach the dig site, for the first strat is to click rebirth and stop. So that's really it. Actually, let's try it out right now. So the first strategy, let's click record. Click, oh shoot, I already messed it up, guys, see? Oops. There we go. So click record, make sure your tool is equipped, click record, click big steps, tiny steps, and big gaps in between. This will take a couple minutes, not a couple minutes, I mean a couple seconds. And we're getting close to the dig sites. Once you get close to the dig sites, I'll explain in a second. Now we're in dig sites. Click rebirth and click record, which is like the stop button. It should turn blue again. Now that we're done with that, we can go to prefs, click continuous playback, which is also a key I forgot to mention before. And the custom speed, let's set to 85. Now we're gonna go back over here and click play. And as you can see, it's working because I'm moving towards the dig site, huh? And every time the dig site regenerates, I'll just keep moving back into here. Seems to be working really, really good, and I'm pretty happy to see this because sometimes it breaks, and I'll explain some ways to fix it. So now I'm going all the way down here, and as you dig, you'll start getting rebirths. So let me X this out to stop it. Go back to cell. And next thing, I didn't save it, unfortunately, because I just forgot. What you want to do is, once you do it, click save. It will save. It will give you a message saying like where you want to save it to, like which folder and stuff, and click OK or something, whatever shows up, I think. Let me just record something to see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then click save. And then it should open. Yep, it should say save. Something there should say save. That's really it for that strategy. Let's go to the next strategy, where we stand right in this corner right here and click record. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rebirth. That way you can go back up here. Prefs, continuous playback. And for me, I'm going to use 100 times 100 because it will really help out. So now it's there. Let's click play. And I'm moving. It's working. I'm moving towards the dig site. It does. The reason there's two strategies is because sometimes with older computers, like I said before, it will move you across the dig site too fast because you click the strategy clicks your mouse too fast. So you want to use this strategy. I recommend using this strategy if you like have an older computer. This second strategy. All right, so we're all done. I think we're all done, guys. Obviously, I don't really know how to use this cell thing right now. I think what I have to do is go like, I don't really know. So that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed.